I look good 24/7, 24/7. All y'all 10s, I'm in 11. I'm in 11. Wanna know how? I don't be stressing.
And welcome back to WTF, We Talk Fashion. I'm Bailey Benamelis.
And I'm Lindsay Evans.
Your hosts for the podcast, bringing you fashion news, tips, tricks, and unfiltered commentary. Today, we are talking about the Met Gala.
All things Met.
Lindsay and I actually went to a Met Gala viewing party hosted by FGIDC last night.
Holy cow.
We're still recovering, but we're here
we
to
sure
serve you.
I'm just taking down the Celsius as we speak. What a fun night.
It was fantastic. I feel like we
was a
crushed it with our
whirlwind.
outfits. Absolute whirlwind.
Yeah.
Absolute whirlwind. Should we talk about our outfits first? What we wore? Tell the people
Sure.
everything?
So, maybe we should talk about the theme because that inspired the outfits.
Absolutely.
So, we had spoken about this on a previous podcast, but let me see if I can do this from memory. Let me just test myself. Superfine tailoring, black dandyism. Is that right?
Superfine tailoring black style. That is the official,
That's the official
theme
name.
of the Met Gala.
Okay.
Which explores the history and cultural significance of black dandyism.
So that's where the dandyism comes in the
Exactly.
explanation.
Actually, over a span of 300 years is what the theme is exploring. Over those 300 years,
Fabulous.
how this has
So this
changed,
is-
evolved, what it means.
So this is like a look at from slavery to like modern day celebration of black menswear, basically.
Exactly. So black dandyism is essentially, it's not just about style and looking stylish, but it's also about using fashion to challenge social hierarchies, communicate freedom, express one's identity. So it's all about being bright and bold and showy.
That's so well put, challenging social hierarchies. I feel like I wish that was highlighted more at the event that we went to, because I think that's a really interesting concept psychologically.
I agree, because I don't think everyone know, no one, this is
but
the first
everyone
time that we're really, I think, as a whole, as a culture,
Sure.
are really getting to understand like the true meaning and the reason behind what it means to like black men. And I think that it's so ingrained in the culture, and it really is all about
What style means to black men, you mean?
yeah, and
Yeah.
because it has been
Personal
about
style.
reclaiming your personal identity and showing the world like who you are as a person.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just so much culture behind it, so much meaning, and I think that this has been like the first time that it's really been explored in such a large way at the Met,
Yeah, to be celebrated. And
and
honored.
Yeah,
Well, right. And I don't think obviously we're not the cultural experts to speak on the impact historically, but I do think we could both agree that we were super excited for this theme because of how it would feel so much more masculine, traditionally masculine, than themes of the past. Like, for example, what was the one you were telling me you really loved last night? Supreme Goddesses or something?
Oh,
you know the one?
Heavenly Bodies.
Heavenly Bodies. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Which, again, it's like such
much more ethereal and feminine.
Yeah, much more at the, Catholicism and, just that very traditional,
Religious. Push-pull with fashion.
yeah, more
Right.
of like a white culture as well.
Sure.
Traditionally,
I think, I'm sure you agree, I expected so much more color than what we got.
More
and
color,
we'll get into that.
more mixing patterns.
It
Absolutely.
was shocking how little color we came across. But anyway, so all to say, we were stoked for the theme, and we planned our outfits way in advance. Take the floor as to how you chose your look.
Yeah, so I think I teased this in one of our episodes. I took my inspiration from Andre Leon Talley and Billy Porter. So kind of taking a look at how they have styled their suiting, and especially on the runway, on the red carpet. And so I did a tailored
jumpsuit.
that was very much like a tuxedo style. So it had a satin top, a wider leg bottom, strapless. And then I did a cape. So very Leandro Itali. He really would wear these just big, beautiful capes over his suiting.
All about
so I
volume.
wanted a lot of volume.
Grandiose.
Absolutely.
Drama, impact.
Exactly. So I wanted to bring that aspect to this with, making it more feminine. So it had a puff sleeve. It was, our signature pink color. So
course.
that I really
Fuchsia.
wanted to be, yes, fuchsia. I really wanted to be this statement piece of the whole look and the thing that really kind of brought that inspiration from
I'm
Andre
really
Leon
glad
Talley forward.
you went with the styling that you did, the rhinestone tie versus like a bow
you.
tie, because I think bow tie could have gotten silly and kind of like cater
It's a
waiter
little-
cheesy.
Yep, it's a little costumey. It can be.
Right.
Yep.
It can start to feel like, is she a magician? Like, what's happening? So I thought that rhinestone tie was like a really nice styling touch.
Thank you. So I tucked it kind of into.
I like that
I looked
too.
at it both ways to
Yeah.
see what I really liked, but tucking it in, almost like how you would tuck a tie into a vest.
Sure.
So I tucked that in. The earrings I did, I was telling you last night, I was so sad I had bought this really incredible pair of rhinestone. They were more like a swirl, kind of bringing in that like tribal kind of vibe. They never came. So I ended up doing an ear climber that was a gunmetal, kind of playing into that.
It was perfect. Honestly, in
Gunmetal, the
hindsight,
tie rhinestone too.
do you think the swirl earring would have been too much?
Yeah, and I don't know what I would have thought of it with the tie, because the tie, even though
Yeah.
it had, the clear
rhinestone.
rhinestone, because the metal of it was gunmetal, it played more on that like darker
Sure.
side. So I think it would have been too bright and overwhelming. And
think it would've.
I don't really know if I would have gone with it. I think I would have ended up going with the earring that I wore last night.
Yeah, I
too.
think it would have competed. I agree with that completely.
Yeah. And you couldn't see my shoes because my legs were
What
my
shoes
pant
were
legs
you
were too
wearing?
wide. I was wearing a patent loafer pump,
Cool.
and they had like studs on the
Cool.
on the sides, but the pant of my jumpsuit was so wide you couldn't really see them. So,
Okay.
but
Love your choice.
that was my look.
Love. So I'm sure you're wondering how I came up with my look. I picked and pulled some pieces I had in my closet. I've had this satin jacket that I was originally going to wear for like holiday, Christmas time, winter white. And I could never really get it together for Christmas. Don't ask me why. It never really came into fruition. I feel like matching creams and winter whites is just something I don't have time for during Christmas. So I think that's why it never came together. And I really try to shop my closet lately because I'm like, I have so many things I never got to wear to events. And now that I go to less events because I'm in Charleston more often, I still have a lot of great stuff kind of in my archive that I'm like, let me check the archive first before I start shopping. And literally every single thing I wore came from my closet.
That's great.
So, I mean, how often does that happen? Not very often, So I didn't have to get anything new, but where I did have the expenditure was in the tailoring, because I was like, if I'm wearing this needs to be spot on, super
key.
fine tailoring, right?
Absolutely.
So I pulled the jacket. The blouse I was wearing was it used to be a blouse. Now I had it made into a leotard, which goes back to my like stage costume design days. I was like trying to explain to the tailor how I used to, attach all these commando high-waisted panties to blouses back in the
It's so smart because that's the only way it
2012
stays tucked in.
It's like, and she originally did it wrong, where she did a stitch. What is that called? Not a singe stitch. What is that called?
A slip stitch?
No. A surge
stitch.
stitch. Right at where the blouse met the panty, and I said no. And I had told her you need to do it like 3 inches below.
Yep.
Because if I lift my arms,
Sure, it's gonna pull up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she undid that, took that out, attached it 3 inches below. She learned how to make a blouse into a leotard. And so now she's got the formula, and now she knows, and I'm like, good, we could do this going forward. Like, I'm glad we figured out kind of a template. So that was fun. And then I was worried about, okay, now I have to drive an hour and I have this satin jacket and, it just shows every little imperfection. I knew I was going to be battling that, wearing this jacket at all. So I steamed everything and I tried to be so still in the car in my blouse, knowing that most of my blouse wouldn't show.
Right.
Steamed everything, didn't wear my jacket in the car,
Perfect.
put it on when I got out at valet, and I told the valet guys, like, I need like 10 minutes to like get situated. And they're like, oh, no problem. Everyone at that hotel is so nice. We were at the Darcy in DC. And the styling, I think, is really what pulled it together for my look. I had a Dior tie, which is my neck scarf. It ends up kind of pulling every look for me, I feel like, together. I never thought I would even wear that Dior tie when I bought it. I was like, this will just sit in my purse. And now it feels like it finishes every look for me. I used a vintage brooch to secure it at my neck. Thank you. And I thought I was going to use Topstick to keep those little tie parts down, but I'm kind of glad that I had the fluidity of them moving. Actually, I didn't feel like I was fussing with them too much, and it was kind of like nice that I had some variety in photos where it didn't look so stiff. Sometimes if you overwork lightweight fabrics like that, it can look a little like tampered with and unnatural.
Sure.
So,
and probably if you moved, it would have even kind of like puckered up, you know what I mean?
right.
If you stayed,
and then looked
and then
ripply.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
The only thing, looking back at photos, I wish, and I used hair gel and kind of did like a masculine thing that I think also kind of pulled my thing together, but I had never done my hair with hair gel before. And like event glam it's very high pressure because you're like, I have an hour. If I get this wrong, then I'm going to be late and I might miss everything. You know what I mean?
Right. And especially if you haven't tried something before. Like, I mean, that's really bold to be like, okay, first time, let me try this new thing.
And I was not planning on doing that swoop. I was just thinking like, I'm just going to slick this back. And then my hair kind of naturally has a curl to it. So I just sort of followed what it was doing. I was like, let me just play with this. And I don't know, maybe I've seen one too many Chris Appleton tutorials, but I figured some shit out and it worked. So
waves ended up being one of the biggest trends on the red carpet too. So
that worked out nicely. Well,
yeah.
Dua Lipa had those cute little edges, and so that's kind of the vibe I was going for. And so I was happy. I was really happy and shocked by how my hair turned out. I had watched a tutorial a little bit about hair gel, and it had said to blow dry your hair after you do the hair gel, and I thought, I feel like that's gonna fry my hair. I'm not doing that, so I didn't do it. I kind of just dampened my dry hair.
Sure.
And it cooperated, thank God.
It really did.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And what else? We were going to do a matching lip. Speaking of the glam, I kind of bailed on it at the last minute because I think with white, when you have a pink lip, it can just go cheesy really quick. Like with your look, it was perfect. And with mine, I thought, I just don't know. So the one thing I wish I had done styling-wise differently, maybe, is adding a couple little interest pieces to my lapel. If I had to do it all over again, maybe I would add a couple little things. But at the same time, I had so much going on in the center. I don't know that I needed it.
I think so too, because I feel like the brooch that you did on your tie, plus the earrings,
earrings,
yes, like they really made very much of a statement in general.
Yeah.
I do think if you did that there, to me, I feel like it felt so balanced between this two and then the one. So then I feel like if you added, I feel like it would have lost that.
Sure.
And it just felt so like
that's true.
Neat and tidy.
That's true. I agree with that.
Yeah.
It probably would have felt a little asymmetrical when everything else. I feel like that look really needed symmetry, like even in my poses and everything. That's a whole other thing. But it's always so funny when we go to these things. Bailey gets like 400 photos and I'm like 20 and I'm done. And it's not because, and by the way, all your photos are pristine and immaculate.
Well, and
I'm lucky if I get like one good one out of the 20.
I do like 2 poses, but I need like,
you're like, I need 400 options.
Because I'm like, look, I tilted my head down slightly for that one.
I know.
Yeah.
My
finger is a little more up in that one. So no, it's like ridiculous.
I just get too over it. I'm like, I'm just not going to have fun if I'm taking. But
agreed.
I love to watch you enjoy the photo taking process. I really do.
Thanks.
And then I started creative directing our photos. Anyway, we had fun, and then we did some videos. So we got a lot of content.
We got a lot of content. Then we watched, and We're here to talk about it
We're
today.
here to talk about it.
Let's give an overview
Let's.
of what we're thinking. So for me, first person I saw on the red carpet was Tiana Taylor. And I think my initial thoughts were like,
That was jarring.
"Ooh, that is doing a lot." But then I was like, my God, like someone had to, okay? Someone had to do a lot because I feel like everything we saw after that, for the most part, was just black and white and not enough. And I feel like, when I looked back at her, then there's the do-rag and the pinstripe suit in a bold color and
The cape.
the cane and like
The
everything.
vest.
But then I thought like, okay, thank goodness like someone really took it there because everyone else was very, very safe in their
Do
options.
you still feel that way? Thank goodness someone took it there. Because I feel like it was like she was wearing 15 different costumes. She was a pirate. She was a medieval times. She was a court jester. I'm like, she was a clown. Her shoes were clown. Like, I'm like,
I'm not
which
saying
personality are we trying to be?
I'm not
I
saying
don't
that I
approve.
love it, but I think of the people who really took it to a very bold, over-the-top way, I think hers looked...
You liked it.
I think it looked better than a lot of like the dumpster trash that like
Okay.
everyone else was doing. And maybe it was because it wasn't satin. So satin to me, when you go like baggy and oversized, looks like you bought it off of Amazon. Looks like you got
You're
it at
talking about
Party
Madonna.
City. Madonna and like several other people that I'll get
Sure.
to. I don't want to get too much into it yet until we go through it. But I think it was the best bold out there over the top. Like if we're going to talk about the ones that were like really bold over the top doing a lot, I think it was the best of those, if that makes sense.
I respect your opinion, and I completely disagree with you.
That's totally okay.
Right. And there's going to be a lot of that. And that's
There's-
the point of a lot of these
But
looks.
again, it's more of like, at least I wasn't bored with that.
Oh, you couldn't be bored.
No.
I mean, she gave you combinations for years.
For years.
What I was doing the mental work with that look of like, how many things could I take away to like this? Like I was like, if we took away the vest, but we kept the do-rag, and we lost the hat, and we lost the feather, and we maybe lost the cape, but we kept the jacket. And by the way, there was no fucking winning combo for me. I was like, there is not one version of this that I could re-swizzle. I love the do-rag, and I wish that she had committed to the do-rag because I feel like that we didn't need the hat and the feather. We didn't need the vest, and we didn't need the clown shoe.
Wait, I don't think I
dialed
saw
down
a hat and a feather.
because she was holding it in her hand.
But
But there are photos of it on, and it looks fucking
interesting.
wackadoodle.
Yeah.
So
I didn't see that.
and also like the collar piece that was sort of like in lieu of a tie that went over the jacket, but under the cape, but over the. It was a journey, a ride I did not want to be on, and I'm glad that we are now off of it. And did Vogue give that best dress? Because they are high as a kite.
Well, I think
Who was
they're...
the designer? Do we know? Do you know?
I did
Let me
not.
look.
I don't think I remember that.
It'll come up.
maybe-
It'll come up for us.
Yeah, let's find it.
I felt like it was Pirates of the Caribbean. Like it's all I could see.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Oh, here it is.
You're definitely not wrong.
Ruth E. Carter. She also had the cane, the chain, the lapel. I mean, she did every possible accessory you could do.
Yeah.
She had a floral lapel.
It was a lot.
It was kind of
doing a
wannabe
lot.
Tom Brown to me. You're right. At least someone did something fun.
Yeah,
I can agree
like,
with that. I can agree with that.
Do I love it? No. But do I think that I'm glad that someone just really went there and was like, let me go for this? And she did it. And I applaud her for that.
I do
now,
have one note.
Yeah.
I wish that this vest was gray pinstripe with the rest of the suiting. I think that could have been the thing if we had lost the cape.
I feel like this is a job for AI, and we should be getting on AI to
That's a
recreate
very good point.
all of our options so we can see.
I think if we had done that, lost the cape, even kept the hat, I can't believe I'm saying that, kept the hat, kept the cane, we would have a whole different conversation right now.
Yeah.
We'd be like, she looked cool. And it felt like Louis Vuitton. But this feels insane.
It's a lot.
Okay.
But,
okay. Agree to disagree.
For the most part, it was just so devoid of color. I just wish that everyone, we said it in the beginning, we wanted more color. We wanted more I wanted more mixing of patterns, and I just felt like, what the fuck? It's literally a sea of black and white. It's a sea of black and white. And I just couldn't, I did not expect that. I really expected to see just some really beautiful patterns and colors and accessorizing and
beading.
Exactly.
Like, we could go so fun with this. Pharrell, of all people, was he chairman of the event? MC?
He was one of the chairs.
The chairs of the event.
Yes.
So I'm thinking Pharrell is here, who notoriously loves color. He had that dreamsicle creamsicle line, whatever that was, all very colorful. Now is the creative director at Louis Vuitton, a very colorful brand. What in the ever-loving Christ are we doing having him show up in black and white? I'm like, how we do not see one color block piece of men's suiting. It's the easiest shoe in, and I think it would be incredible on him. Like, I can literally see it in my mind. I'm like, how did we not do peach on this side and yellow on this side and green on a sleeve and blue in the back? Like, what? No LV logo? I feel like I'm on a different wavelength.
Yeah, I don't really know what wavelength everyone was really on. Now, I did see something that I think it was something like 400,000 pearls, or 400, maybe, just kidding. It was maybe more like 400 pearls were hand stitched on his jacket. So maybe it looked more impressive in person.
Is that beading?
It's pearls, yeah. So that does not read through a photo, right? So it's entirely possible that looks way better in person and way more stunning and than we, can really see. But even so,
this makes a lot of sense.
More.
Did you know he's wearing Louis Vuitton and Tiffany & Co. jewelry?
You know how we feel about
This
Tiffany
was
& Co.?
all a plan when he did that Tiffany & Co. collab. Because remember, we were like, who's this customer? But this was the plan. They knew he was going to wear both at Met Gala. I mean, these things are planned way in advance. So this makes perfect sense to me. Now, I love his flare pant. Are we getting into it now? I need to get into it at least with him.
Let's go. Okay.
I love his flare pant. That's a different trouser shape than we've seen historically on men, and we saw it at the Super Bowl. The jeans on what's his name? What is his name? It's not A$AP Rocky. It's
holy moly.
It's Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kendrick Lamar. Now, Pharrell has his tie not up to the collar. That feels intentional. What do you think about that? It's a little off kilter and lower, and I don't think he just did a sloppy thing here. I think that was
could be.
Let's fuck it up a little bit.
Could be.
And I hate it. So, and I hate this little it looks like he's wearing a men's loafer wedge. I think he has a lift on his shoe. I'm not joking.
No, yeah, but I feel like that is kind of the chunkier bottom has been a thing for a while. I'm not a fan of it. To me, it is. I don't like anything that looks chunky with a formal anything.
I completely agree. It's not patent. If we're doing this, let's do it patent. But you know what I'm starting to think? Here's my theory. Where we've gone wrong with this look is that Tiffany & Co. was involved. Because had Tiffany & Co. not been one of the partnerships, he could do
exactly what he wanted, but he had to collaborate
He had to collaborate. And he had to wear the pearls, and he couldn't do anything fun. And I think that's why this whole thing went left.
Well,
case closed.
Kind of true to the story of a lot of collabs that we see,
It's always a compromise.
Yep.
Now, you're a sucker for a collab. But I feel like the collabs you find don't feel like compromises. This feels like a massive, abandonment of one's personal style.
Right. Well, I think that's the difference, right? Is would I ever want to really have someone telling me what I had to do with my outfit? No. It just would not happen.
God, no.
It can't.
Well, also, these people approve these looks in sketches. They don't see the textile ahead of time often. They don't see the final fit ahead. So, I mean, when you're there, this is what you have to wear. You're locked in. You're contractually locked in. Or you can kill your entire relationship with that brand.
Sure.
Are we doing our favorites?
Let's talk about our favorites.
Okay, let's do it.
Who do we feel like delivered?
Well, my favorite of the night, unless I'm forgetting someone, but my all-time favorite, I feel, is always Demi Moore. She just delivers on every carpet every time. I feel like she hits the right note. Her look was inspired by a tie. Her entire dress was made to look like a giant oversized necktie. I don't know who the designer is because I have had no time to look it up. Do you happen to know off the top of your head? I'm like, we'll find it in our links. But
I think it might have been Tom Brown.
I think that might be right. Oh my God, there is so much to look through.
It's so much. And honestly, like,
there's so much content. Like, we could be here all day.
we could be here. Well, we probably will be.
We
so
might
settle
be.
in. Everyone go get a beverage.
Settle in. Get a Celsius.
Yeah, get a
You're gonna need
Celsius,
it.
pause, a coffee, a dessert. Really get into this with us.
I mean, I'm on look 45 and I'm not even close to her. You know, it's just, oh, here it is. Tom Brown.
Tom Brown.
Very well done. I loved the swoop. I loved the proportion of the stripe. I loved the beading. I thought it was perfectly accessorized. Obviously, she's flawless.
And it's just fun. Like, it's just
It's
a
fun.
fun,
It's
out-of-the-box
whimsical.
way to take this theme that not a lot of people did.
It followed the theme and it wasn't traditional. And yet it feels completely her.
Absolutely.
And it feels a little bit like a continuation of the Schiaparelli that she wore. Like, I feel like she's having fun with clothes and is just fully being herself.
Yeah.
And you can feel that energy on the carpet.
And I
from
love
her.
that these brands are coming to her with these things too.
Sure.
I mean, she's the perfect muse for something like this.
Well,
so.
she feels like an Oscar winner, even though she didn't win the Oscar.
Well, she did in our eyes.
Yeah,
so that's
she
fine.
did to us. That's true. Who won? Oh, stupid little Honora. That's right.
Which
Did you see that?
I did. Did you see it?
I haven't seen it. I just
It's
don't
funny.
care.
It's pretty funny.
Well, I love that director. He did Florida Project, and I love that director. I'm
I
sure I
definitely
would really
recommend
like it. Yeah.
I totally recommend it. It's
okay,
very.
she's not stupid. I take it back. Okay, so who do you want to talk about next?
Okay, well, I want to talk about two kind of partnerships.
Well, who was your
or
favorite? Do you know your favorite?
My favorite. I think for me that's slightly hard.
I feel like I'm forgetting
I think
some.
Janelle Monáe is my favorite.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Again, Tom Brown. So Tom Brown killing it. But I feel like he killed in the Carl's A Line of Beauty. I feel like, he's just always kind of killing it. He's perfect for something like this, though, because he really gets being over the top, and especially for men's tailoring, like he just understands. What I loved about it was this, like, the like kind of trompe-l'oeil, right? Like the trompe-l'oeil is like when you have, it's not the real thing. So if you were to have like a drawing of a necklace on a T-shirt, like that would be like a example of like what trompe-l'oeil is, right? And she kind of had that.
So it's sort of like surrealism.
Yeah.
In a
So she
sense.
kind of had that on the jacket. It was kind of like a preview drawing of what was underneath, very kind of caricature too. Like there was like a hand kind of happening on this jacket that then was taken off of her to reveal a beautiful, just multicolored striped suit with gray and white and red. And it was just so cool. And to me, gave that campy vibe. So remember what she wore to the camp?
Yes, it was
She
very
had the
camp
one
heavy.
eye with the
Yes.
big eyelash, and here she has like the monocle. So it was very like reminiscent, I feel like,
I
of her
love
camp
that.
look. And then, but just redone
Oh,
for
she
this
had
theme.
the whole eye
Remember?
top.
Yeah,
Yes, with the
and so here she has like the
eyelashes.
monocle, and it just feels like
Now
it's
that feels
so,
like personal style. That
Yeah.
feels curated to her, continuing sort of. I like a continuation story. I do.
Exactly.
I
So
really
it felt
do.
really well thought out,
Yeah.
and I just
Well
really
curated.
loved just the whole thing, the whole
essence of
story
it.
of all of it.
Yeah, I love that too.
So I think she might be my like top.
So for those who don't know, and how could you? Because there's so much to keep up with through this whole thing. But Tom Brown dressed Angel Reese, who was in sort of a deconstructed gown, very, very forgettable. Deconstructed tuxedo gown, very forgettable. And then Zoe Saldana, I know she was one that you liked.
Yep.
I burned her. And then, it was cool, but I burned some things about the styling. Mona Patel and Lord, who I hated what Lord were.
terrible.
But interesting to note, those are the others. That
And what different pieces on all those people. You
mean,
know what I
the
mean?
Lord
Like really,
Grey was like left field.
I had no idea that was Tom Brown. I would never have guessed that in a million years.
Well, can I tell you my theory on this look?
yeah.
I believe Lord had several options.
And she
Like,
chose
I don't
that.
think this was a custom look made
Mm-hmm.
for Lord. I don't think it was, which maybe sounds absolutely insane.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not I have no evidence behind that. But just the fact that she looks like a deflated Bosu ball is like telling me that they brought her a rack of a couple different options. It's like when Stella McCartney sends shit over to Kate Hudson. You know what I mean? It's just like, here's some shit that I think you might look good in. That's what I feel like happened here. And it did not land.
Yep, she chose the wrong. Could have chosen
The
pretty
wrong
much
Bosu
anything
ball.
else. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm sorry. You were starting to say.
Two kind of, I don't know if we want to call these collaborations, but two things that I thought were really cool. Just moments. Let's call them moments, okay? So La Roche, who I swear I didn't even recognize because he didn't have his signature long
weave.
gorgeous hair. I didn't even recognize him, but he did a partnership with eBay where his accessories
For this?
yes,
Okay.
were sourced from eBay. And then afterwards, he is featuring a link where you can then shop his red carpet inspired finds from eBay.
Okay. I fucking love that.
It's literally genius.
That's right up
like
my
I
alley.
am such a fan of him in general, and I just think he's really just changing the game for so many things. He's just incredible. I love the way he thinks. I love the way he styles. He's so smart.
He has changed fashion. There's no doubt about it.
Absolutely.
I mean, he calls himself an image architect because that's what he was. I mean, he started with Zendaya. He started as a stylist, for those who don't know, to Zendaya when she was like 16 and has completely had like moment after moment with her.
Yeah.
I don't know if he dressed her for this. I would imagine he did. But I loved that he did blonde hair on the
and
carpet.
like this swoop, very cool.
But I didn't love his look. I love that he did a plunging tuxedo. How did you feel about his look? This velvet.
I was not expecting that from him. And I looked, there were several people with this same velvet, right? So I looked it up. He's wearing Burberry. A lot of other people.
Right, it's Burberry, which I feel is random for him. That is just so random.
I don't
would
associate
not
him
have him with a
no.
Burberry. Like I would think he'd be wearing like Valentino or Gucci or something more playful. And then I'm not seeing a lot of accessories that could be sold. Is it the shoe?
He just has he has like these two little lapel pins. They're very
That's it.
small,
Yeah, I
very
see them.
dainty.
Okay, well he did that for the check. I'm changing my whole opinion on this.
I mean,
this is for the check.
Well, what isn't for the check?
But
really,
I mean,
at the end of the day,
this look is not meant to be about accessories. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting that he did that, but I'm just saying like this isn't to plug eBay.
his whole look, no, but his after promotion, his after the red carpet promotion this is what he's promoting. And I think it's smart. Like, I think it's a really cool concept. I'm sure people are shopping those things because people want to see what he has selected
I
from
do want to
eBay.
see what he selected.
It's a great promotion for eBay. I mean, obviously, we have talked about this on the show that you source a lot of your vintage pieces.
Absolutely.
You source a lot of stuff from eBay. And for him to be like curating stuff on eBay and getting shoppers over there and doing that from a red carpet, like I have never seen anybody promote something like this after a Met Gala event.
Well, I think it's fun because it makes the consumer part of the event, like a part of the experience. They get a taste of the experience. And like this was curated for me by a celebrity stylist who wore something like this on the Met Gala. It's sort of like the Kardashian closet where they resell all their shit, where you're like, I kind of feel like I have something from the show now.
Yeah.
And I think that that instant gratification is a really good way to get like a viewer and a customer way more invested in your event. And the Golden Globes and the Oscars should take note.
Well, this could literally be changed. I mean, well, let's see if
be-
other people do it. And let's see if he continues to do it for other red carpets that he's on. Let's see. But I think it's so smart. Just such a different concept that I haven't seen anybody else do.
It would be really interesting if like they started incorporating like a QR code situation.
I believe
from the carpet.
It's been a long time, but I believe they did that. I can't remember the name of the show, but the one that was it was a design. Was it Next in Fashion? But it was
Yes.
partnered with Amazon, and
That's
then you
right.
could shop the winning looks afterwards.
But I
I
think-
feel like one of them had like a QR code that you would scan, and
That's so interesting.
Right?
But I think the thing about this that makes it so much more, I don't know, something you want to get your hands on is because it's like Met is once a year. It's the most
Yeah.
momentous night in fashion, whereas like a Next in Fashion is like a pre-taped show, right?
yeah. Well,
This
and it's a
is
different
like
quality of something too. You know, it's like, okay, we've got Amazon
elevated.
accessible, but then we have what we can only imagine are very luxury, limited pieces that
Sure.
are like, not everyone's going to have. I mean, you're probably only selling like one of a kind on Amazon, so
This
it's like it's
feels
a get.
Totally. This feels like what Pharrell and Tiffany were trying to do and didn't time right. Do you know what I'm
Let's
saying?
see if they copy.
Let's see. And let's see. Let's also see how those Tiffany sales go. I wonder if that collection will just quietly fade off into the distance, or if it's like popping off. It might be popping off, but I don't feel like we're getting a lot of like, oh, Pharrell had such an incredible look. Like now I want to shop the Tiffany
No,
collection.
because honestly, I feel like a lot of people who are like big Pharrell lovers, big Louis Vuitton lovers,
We're
are
like, womp, womp,
disappointed.
womp.
Disappointed.
Absolutely.
Another moment
Sure.
I feel like that I thought was just really cute was Russell Wilson. He's like kissing her hand and he reaches down just very carefully and basically takes lint off of her outfit. And I just thought, thank goodness, like for being so observant. And it was just like this cute little moment that I feel like people might have missed. But I was like, we don't want that in the photo. Don't let that ruin her photo. Get that lint off of there. And it just like felt very sweet and cute. And I just thought it was a cute moment to touch upon. I love an observant man.
I have something to say about this.
Yeah.
And that is that Russell Wilson, I believe to be one of the best husbands, and I find them to be the cutest couple
Oh, yeah.
on every
Oh,
carpet
yeah.
that they're on.
Yeah.
Like, who wants Chrissy Teigen and what's his name?
No.
John Legend, or, old school Heidi Klum and Seal? It's like, no, thank you.
No.
These are the two I want on every
Absolutely.
carpet.
They're
They are
so into each other.
Stunning. They're so into each other. Their energy's good. They're also like not too famo where you're like, they're at everything.
Yeah.
We get just enough of them in the public.
Right.
And I love everything they do. Now, I have no idea what they wore. I'm looking.
She wore a
But he's
dress
obsessed with her.
Yeah. Which, who doesn't want that? I just love that.
I was a little disappointed by what she wore. I
Yeah.
remember it now. I'm looking at it now.
It's got those, like, the stringy beading on the
sides.
side. Yeah.
It was not flattering.
I'm not a fan of that whole style just in general.
This feels very Kim K back in the day.
Yeah.
Remember when Kim broke the internet showing her ass in pearls? That's giving me this energy. And she's got such a great figure. And this does not
her face is
highlight
so
it.
gorgeous.
Well, her face is perfect.
And I just feel like the look like wasn't elevated.
No,
And
honestly,
again, black,
it's that
black.
All the
Everything
black.
dark.
I also didn't like his sunglasses. I do like the overcoat he has over the suiting. I think that's kind of fun. But like, why not have a little fun with the sock? Like, it's all black. I mean,
Great question about the socks. Where were any?
this fun socks?
Yeah.
Like, there's such an opportunity for visual interest with this one, especially because it's like suiting. We know most people are going to do suiting.
Do you think everyone thought, oh, everyone's going to be doing color. Let me do something white. Let me do something like traditional pinstripe.
No,
And then
I think
everyone
people
just
are scared. I think people psych
well,
themselves
I am
out.
fucking sad about it.
I'm scared if we have another carpet like this. I'm scared if this is what we keep
Every
getting
year, I
after
think we
year.
hype ourselves up and we keep thinking, oh, we're going to be blown away. This is going to be good. They have so much opportunity to do so much. And then it's like,
I love that we're saying
like
this,
deflated.
and then
deflated.
we showed up in white and black
Oh, I
to
know.
our own.
But we had but I feel like we had pops of color. I mean, I know, like here, we're like the pot
my
calling
God,
the kettle
most
black. Yeah.
hypocritical. However, those are our brand colors, bitches. So don't come for us.
Exactly.
I mean, I think about it in my own terms. I think you're going really elevated when you do a black and white look. The problem is everyone thought they were doing that.
Right.
And then it just falls
And then
flat.
yeah.
Anyway, I hate what they wore. I love them as a couple. Cheers.
Agreed. Let's talk about Laquan Smith.
Let's.
I do like, okay, he also did.
That's a designer.
Yes. And he also did a, just kind of traditional tuxedo like, but I like that he put a feather bolero jacket on over top of it. Like, at least he gave us...
You're talking about his look?
Yeah, his look.
Uh-huh.
His look in general that he wore. And I feel like when the designers come, like, they are more understated because they want their people at their table to shine. They want their creations to shine, right? So cool that he did a more, traditional, like, tuxedo. But I just like that he added a little bit of a punch with the feather, like, bolero type of jacket with it.
Yeah, he's wearing a feathery, shaggy jacket over like a suiting look. And I think it's nice for a designer to be in muted tones.
Exactly.
I think he hit the mark for a designer.
Exactly. Like, he did something different, but he let his people shine, but still showing a little personality. So for me,
However-
I feel like,
However,
yeah.
that's who Sierra and Russell Wilson were wearing, was Laquan Smith. So I don't know that all of his looks were shining. And I don't know who else he dressed. It looks like Halle Berry was in a very naked, stripy. I didn't even know she was there. I'm just seeing this now. I mean, we almost are seeing her vagina.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of
I
that.
don't need to know about her vagina, really. I will say her boobs and her necklace look great, and I'm going to leave it at that. But the gown,
Yeah,
I could look. It's also like 14 inches too long in the front.
Yeah,
I'm fine with a train.
Wasn't a pick of mine, for sure. I agree.
Terrible. That was actually bad. So I feel like he was rushed. Or he was like too accommodating of his client. I don't know. I don't like it though.
Could be.
Okay, so any other moments we need to talk about?
Other moments. Okay, so Mindy Kaling. Let's talk about Mindy
Oh,
Kaling.
this was a good one. When she came out, we both went crazy. We love it.
So unique.
Love it.
So unique.
So different for her.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
very sort of like a Japanese undertone, which I liked, with the collar
with
and the wrap,
kind of larger belt.
the larger belt, the gold hardware. We thought it was Schiaparelli, and then we learned it's not. And I'm trying to recall, it was someone we hadn't. It wasn't Harris Reed.
It was.
Met Gala. Okay.
I feel like we were kind of surprised by who it was. Gosh, this is how much content we've gone through.
I know,
y'all.
you guys. Bear with us. We'll trim some of it down. Oh, of course, all the headlines are about her on Ozempic, which was jarring, I will say. The weight loss, I mean, she sort of stepped out.
It was
like
a big
this
reveal.
for
It was
the
a big
first
reveal.
time.
Yeah.
And it's the first thing one of the girls who was with us mentioned.
Yes.
So I will say the gown looked great. I think it also would have looked great at her previous size.
Oh, I agree.
Because it just seemed super flattering. I love the train. I love the collar. It sort of felt like Hunger Games-y a little bit.
Oh, I
but
see that.
Costumey.
I see that.
But I'm fine
because
with
of the
it.
collar and the I thought it was great. I
landed.
Absolutely. Fit her well, super nicely tailored, really cool accents of things that we didn't see literally anyone else do. So it was just very unique on the carpet, and I think that's a huge win.
And I think it's shocking. I mean, all the headlines are like Mindy Kaling nails the Met Gala, and I would imagine she did not expect quite this much attention.
And thank goodness, like, I'm glad it's someone who isn't the order. People would think, oh, it's going to be the Rihanna or the Taylor Swift or the Lady Gaga. They'll get all the, great press. But I'm glad it's Mindy Kaling, who's someone who she's a genius in her work, I think, personally.
I cannot find this designer.
Such a great personality.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, I'm glad that she knocked it out of the park. I'm glad that a designer gave her something that is worthy of her. So I think it's amazing.
Okay, so I found it. I'm sorry.
Who?
Harbison Studio.
That's right.
I haven't heard.
No, but I'm going to follow them.
And
I
they call
think...
themselves demi couture designers.
Ooh.
Okay. And then styled by Erin Walsh Style, who's a forever red carpet stylist. She's working with Selena Gomez right now also. And I just perfectly executed. Really fun. The earrings were fun. The hair was perfect. Loved the jewelry. She had all these sort of chunky rings on. The
Nailed
cuff
it.
was great. I mean, just proportionally excellent.
Which proportions I feel like were a big thing for me that did not land for a lot of people.
Absolutely. And look at even without the coat on, this behind the scenes image. It's still so pretty and cute.
I wonder what she wore for the after party. We're not even going to go. We'll be here
after
for 5
party.
hours
You guys,
if we go after party.
It's
but
over.
I'd be curious to know what she did.
I feel like they used some of the gold pieces from the gown in her hair too.
Oh, I haven't even seen her
And
hair.
I really love when there's a continuation between
Oh,
like
yeah.
the glam and the dress,
And
the
a
garment.
trend that we've talked about too is this, doing so much over the top. Like, thank goodness Quiet Luxury is out and we're just going big and bold with hair accessories. And I think that's so cool.
It's so modern.
I would love to see you do that with your hair if you
You've
ever
been telling me
grow it
that.
back out.
You've told me a couple things I need to do with my hair. I need to dip dye my ponytail. I need to bring back my bubble pony, and I need to do big ass hair charms. And by the way, I'm doing all of them. Hopefully not at once, but maybe so. We'll see.
I love it.
Okay, what's next?
Okay, other people that I loved, Alicia Keys and Swizz Beatz.
Oh,
Alicia
interesting.
Keys.
Okay.
Because
Go ahead.
I felt like the color was great. I loved
Great
kind of
color.
a little sweetheart neckline.
Love the
You
fabric.
know how I feel about the wig.
I
The
know you
beaded
love that
wig.
wig. You've worn that wig, basically. The hairpiece, I should say.
Exactly.
The beaded
yes,
hairpiece.
let's call it a hairpiece.
You wore that last year-ish. You wore a chain version.
A chain. It had chains and it was like a mix of chains and rhinestones. Heavy. Oh my God, so heavy.
So heavy. You
So-
were like in pain. I remember.
It's a lot. It's a lot on your head. So like, bless her. I hope
that
she took
looked
it off
lighter
when she.
though, because hers was
Because
beading.
it's beads.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm sure it wasn't a walk in the park, but was lighter than the chains, of course.
You loved it.
So I liked it. I thought it was cool. Heavy.
I'll tell you, I like that she played with proportion. I really loved the fabric. I like that they went striped and colorful. I like that she had sort of the big puffy train type bolero thing. The hairpiece didn't make sense to me with this look. It felt disconnected. I would have liked something to have gelled the two. And I feel like maybe where it fell short, I think is in the makeup. I think the makeup could have made the hair and the look make sense. But, because she rarely wears makeup, like
She's,
had
like,
she done
very
a
natural.
heavy liner, it could have been maybe gelled more, but there wasn't much of a lash. There's not much of a lip.
Right.
A lip would have gone a long way. And then her dude, I don't know who he is, Mr. Dean.
Swizz Beatz.
Oh, that's Swiss Beats?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't like his shirt with the do-rag.
I just like her.
We're not even talking about him.
I kind of feel like it was just like too much of them together. I'm like, can you just let her shine?
Do you know
You
who
don't need
she's
to be-
wearing?
I didn't.
It's Montclair.
Okay, but that
Which
makes
makes
sense actually
sense.
with the big puffy cape who we've seen Lizzo, the big
Yes.
puffer.
Yes.
So totally makes sense.
Montclair,
very,
known for
very
their
on brand.
known for their puffy coats. So interesting. It's not my favorite of the night, but it was something fun and different.
Exactly. And I liked there was a little color.
I did too.
Next on my list, Doechii. Okay. She had LV branded on her face. Not a real brand, but what would look like branding on her face. And I just thought how truly powerful to really communicate the concept of that dandyism was born out of slavery and actually reclaiming your sense of self and saying to the world that
Oh wow.
that you are worthy. I am here. And I just thought that was so powerful that she had that touch. And I just thought, wow, that's saying something. You've really gone to what this is kind of really all about and how it really came to be. And I just thought that was really
powerful
a moment.
Well, this is when you know you have the right makeup artist who's thought about, let's use a prosthetic technique that speaks to the theme and is something totally different than what everyone else has done. For those who haven't seen her look, she's wearing the white suiting look with checkered shorts. And then she had the cigar, which everyone's talking about her using the cigar. By the way, it's the return of smoking. I'm telling you, smoking is back in style. I told Bailey we should have cigarettes in this podcasting session, and she refused. But I'm just joking. But anyway, Doechii has a really cute fro. I haven't seen her with that style of hair,
haven't
but I
either.
love when anyone rocks an afro. She also has the burgundy Merlot socks up to her calves and the shoe. I mean, it was fun. It's not for me, but it's very Louis Vuitton. It's very playful.
Yep.
And I think it fit the theme. Now I do feel a little bit like the checkered short is sort of like a creamier white than the top, but I'm letting it slide. This was fun and playful and something different. And I like that she went super masculine when we've historically seen her in such uber feminine silhouettes, especially recently.
Yeah.
Where it's like, well, this is fun. I mean, she committed,
And
much like my hair gel.
I'm pretty sure she's from Maryland, right? I feel like she's like a local for us.
I think that's that Swarovski model from last year. Is she also from Maryland?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
She's almost a local for us, and amazing. And she's getting like the best styling. Tom Brown and everyone, and I just cheers to her.
She's not in Tom Brown.
No, not
mean
here.
Before?
Yeah, not here. But she's worn a lot of Tom Brown. He was it the Oscars or the Emmys or the music awards when she did a performance all in Tom Brown, all of her dancers in Tom Brown. So very cool. Love that like high fashion part for her.
Who else did you like?
Oh gosh, let's see. Who else did I like? Zoe Saldana. We haven't talked about her yet. So the thing for me, and I know that you want to burn her, so I'm ready to hear your burns. But I liked the sculptural aspect of the dress.
I did like the
liked
shape.
the open back. I don't know what it is about like the small little buttons in a row. Totally into it. And I loved the big like black and white Spectator platform shoe.
Did you? Okay.
I thought it was cool and different.
It was cool and different. I think the gown itself alone is cool. I think for me, where people lose me is on these weird fucking haircuts. And I don't need to, I mean, my hair was kind of weird, you could say. Not that I was there, but you know what I mean? Like everyone goes a little avant-garde. I understand that. All to say, the proportion of that bob with the baby bang, with the long dangle earring is like, where the fuck is my eye supposed to go? Where am I looking? And what the fuck am I doing with this while we're here? So I respect the commitment to being daring. Yeah. And I like her for that. But I mean, we must all agree that she's had some atrocious red carpet looks in the past, and she does not always get it right.
I agree.
I mean, that's undeniable.
Yes.
That is hardcore undeniable.
Yes.
The gown for this was cool. I love the detailing of, what do they call those little buttons that are on the back of wedding dresses?
That's what I was going to say
called?
too. There's got to be a term for this.
There is a term for it.
Well,
I liked that element of it. I liked the play of the fabric and like the big white zones and the other zones. I thought it was like sculpturally interesting.
And this was Tom Brown too,
Well, of course.
Yeah. I think last potentially Tom Brown look that I liked was Mona Patel's. It was like that glittery underbust corset over a suit.
Mona Patel. Okay.
So I liked that aspect of it. I thought, just cute little styling aspect of it all. Everything fit her super well. But what I think was cool, I didn't see this so we watched it on E. I didn't see this during the show, but apparently she walked in with a robot dog. So Tom Brown has a dachshund, and he does like these really cool dachshund handbags.
Here's the dog.
This is exactly it. So it was a robot dog that was like programmed, and she walked in with him on a diamond chain, on a diamond leash.
That's fun. So
Tom
Tom Brown historically has handbags that are in the shape of a dog.
Exactly.
This was a play on that.
Yep.
And she also did what looks like a pant under a skirt or a long coat that gave the illusion of a dress, which was fun.
I think it's the coat that's long. We can't tell because of that underbust corset that's over it, but I think it's just the coat, and that underbust corset is over it, but then making it look like kind of like that pant under skirt look.
What I will say is the hat looks very Chanel. For a minute, I thought, is this Chanel? Because of the shape of that hat.
Yeah.
Now, granted, that's like a dandy. That's a dandy
and we saw
style
a lot,
hat.
We saw a lot of hatting
those,
too. Yeah.
But for a moment, I thought this is Chanel. What I will say is, if I were in this fitting and someone gave me this tuxedo shirt that's like a halter tank, I'd be like, isn't everyone going to be wearing this? That's how it feels like
for a woman. Yeah.
For a woman,
Yep.
it feels like a very like
I mean, I have one from Zara,
obvious.
so like
Exactly. It feels like a very obvious choice. That would have been my concern if I were her. However, Harper's Bazaar Arabia said that she's the queen of the Met Gala. Now, of course, she probably had that lined up ahead of time, that placement from her publicist. I do not agree that she was the queen of the Met Gala, but I think this was cool. It was pretty.
Yeah,
but
it's
again,
cool, different,
a lot of black and
like
white.
showmanship. Exactly. So that is also, you know, kind of the theme of the thing is like, you know, as I'm going through these looks, I feel like I'm talking about looks that I like because they are good. Like they're nice, they're pretty. But it's like that's like all we have. We can only talk about like what we're given, and I feel like
we can only talk about what we're given.
You know, and we wanted more color. Like at the end of the day, we still want more color. We still wish that a lot of people did more.
I also wanted more drama.
Yeah.
And I think I wanted drama not from a black and white look.
Yeah.
You know, and
I think that's the thing is we thought we were going to get so much color and we didn't. And so it's just like shocking.
We're starved for color.
Yeah.
Can I talk about a favorite that I have?
Absolutely.
That I just remembered existed?
Yes.
Diana Ross.
I mean, icon. I think she hadn't been there in 22 years or something.
And forever. Now, my only note, because Diana Ross is known for creating, basically, making jumpsuits happen. This is a tailoring event. Why is this woman not in a pant? You know, why was this beaded gown not made into a jumpsuit? Because she's so iconically known for that.
That would have been very cool.
That would have been, like, that would have been full circle moment.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, you know, as we age, she has like a little more around the tummy that she's probably wanting to conceal. And I'm guessing that was the reason, because, you know, to do a jumpsuit, you have to be nipped in at the waist to like make the proportion work. However, I love what she did. I love that the scale that she always goes for, the big hair, the big earrings, the big hat, the massive
cape.
train cape. I mean, so much fun. I only wish it was maybe a color and a jumpsuit pant. Like, it would be so sick to have like a jumpsuit with a train.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the pants themselves being like super long in the back. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I love that idea.
No one's really done that. Maybe it would look like weird fishtails, but in my mind it works.
Hey.
Why not?
Someone should try it. I mean, it couldn't have gotten any worse than some of the things we saw. So, shit.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Great one. Okay, did you see Jenna Ortega's?
No.
Okay,
But
so it was made of rulers, like metal, like a metal ruler. So like it looks like rulers, like the measuring tape, and I just thought, what a cool way of bringing that tailoring aspect of the theme into this in a way that no one else did. Originally, when I saw it, I was like, okay, that's interesting. But then once I looked further, I thought, okay, like we've done something with the theme that no one else did, and I'm glad that someone else thought about this creatively. So almost like the necktie with Demi Moore, like now we're getting into like, again, a concept of this tailoring aspect of things, and I thought that was very cool for her.
So she showed up in a black overcoat with sunglasses, which was fun. The sunglasses were retro 50s, cat eye, rhinestone at the top, and then she did a reveal, which you call it a ruler dress. To me, it looks very metallic, sculptural. It almost looks like pieces of aluminum or iron or metal.
But don't you didn't you have like in college? I had
see
like
close.
a metal, like this metal.
Yes, and I like that in concept.
Yeah.
I do like that in concept. However, I feel that the structure of this dress is pretty dated. Like, we've seen this dress shape a million times, but the material usage is very cool. And I feel like her hairstyling kind of modernized it. The fact that it was like kind of a slick back retro thing sort of modernized it. And so I feel like the glam held her up.
Yep.
The rulers were cool. Who designed that? Do we know?
Don't remember.
Sorry, guys. We're very researched, but there was so much. Oh, that's Balmain.
So much.
It's Balmain.
Very cool.
I wouldn't think that's Balmain. Would you?
No, but I don't know.
But actually, the shape looks very Balmain.
But I don't know who I would have thought it was. Like, and going back to like your comment about the hat looking like Chanel, I feel like there were a lot of moments where I saw elements of things that I was like, oh, that looks, that looks like this, that looks like that.
I'm sorry. Jenny Ortega's glam is stunning.
It is. Well, she's beautiful just in general.
She's so beautiful, but this glam is really
it
something.
is.
Like it really made it. That might be a close second favorite.
It's simple but complex, so I feel like very cool.
Yeah, I love that they used an interesting material.
Yep.
And not enough people did that.
Yep. No, not at all.
No.
So also another thing, we keep talking, there was so much black and white, black and white, which there were. But, okay, when I got into like the depths of like Vogue and looking at everyone, I thank goodness. And, kind of shame on E, if we're really going to talk about it, is that I feel like I would have really wanted to see all of these other people who are, maybe not like the biggest celebrities, but brought some really cool suiting with some color. So shout outs to them because I feel like they need and deserve their moment here.
Okay.
And I am definitely going to butcher these names. I am so sorry. I'm horrible with names, so I'm terribly sorry.
I'll try to help you.
Raul Domingo.
Okay.
Purple sequin suit with a purple satin like necktie blouse.
Cute.
So again,
I'm
just
glad
like
you're in purple.
Showing up, showing out, something that no one did. Love it. Brian Tyree Henry. It was like a deep red suit with a jacquard cape. So I love the fact that he was like looking to Andre Leon Talley with the cape over the suiting. Okay. And again, bringing some color.
Do we know what these people are from? Have you?
I know
some of
these.
Them?
I know some of these
okay.
people.
And
I'll tell you when I do.
Tell me when you know.
I'll tell you when I know.
Okay.
Okay, definitely gonna butcher this guy's name, and I absolutely love him, so I'm gonna learn it. But Nkuti Gatwa. So he wore this like purple pattern suiting with a black shirt and like a black like ribbon like tie. Right? He's from the show Sex Education, and he's now going to be the next Doctor Who, which is like I would have never expected this. But he has, if you watch the show, he has such an amazing personality, such an amazing presence. Like I think he's going to be huge. I hope he's going to be huge because I think he's just so cool, great fashion sense. But I loved him.
Okay.
Omar Sy, a green suit with a yellow shirt. Burna Boy, red tuxedo, yellow suit, a patent like leather cape over top of it, and then like great shoes on these guys too. This again a red kind of like Oxford where it's that ombre, that like black to red kind of ombre effect.
Yeah.
Loved that. And again, this was where I was kind of like seeing that, okay, this is what I expected more of, like more of this.
Fun.
Really taking risks with the mix of colors and the fabrics, and I just really loved it. Caleb McLaughlin, it was a gray suit, but the back part of the collar was orange. He had a teal glove. Didn't love that the teal glove was like a velvet, but I'm gonna dismiss it because I liked the pop of orange. I like the pop of teal, and then he also had like lapel bling. He had a pocket square bling. So again, just love that it was like pops of color, unexpected, some great bling actually going on. Good jewels for the guys. John Ema, very traditional African, like more of like the Nigerian African tradition. The purple hat, lavender, great printed coat, a traditional African necklace. Loved seeing it. Leon Bridges. Very 70s.
I didn't like his look.
Okay, what I thought was cool about this and why I'm bringing this up, this is probably like the smallest, silliest thing, but I want to do this. He had on those like leather moto gloves and he had a pinky ring on top of it.
He's very passionate about motorcycles.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
Oh, he's got a million songs. Really, I'm curious his like affinity for motorcycles. Yeah, he's like a big I guess motorcycle aficionado. That makes sense to me that he would wear a motorcycle glove.
Well, I loved it with the pinky ring on top. It was just like a little bling like added onto it. And I was like, oh, I like that. Like,
we haven't seen something like that.
No.
Yeah, that's cute.
And then final one for this list of guys, Andrew Scott. It was like a mint light kind of teal suit, coral vest, mustard shirt, flower lapel pins. And I just thought it was really fun. And I just loved all those mix of colors together.
Why didn't you mention Bad Bunny and brown?
I wasn't into it.
Well, obviously, it's the worst thing I've ever seen. Yeah. It's fucking terrible.
But
He's wearing a little
gloves,
cabana hat.
right? He had like a glove situation going on.
So many mix of textures, and it's like, also, chocolate brown is a fucking close family member to charcoal gray. I mean, it's like, we're like, that's barely a color in my eyes. And speaking of charcoal brown, I feel like I can't forget to comment on Sabrina Carpenter, who I feel like was wearing Brown's next door neighbor. What would you call that, a Bordeaux or a brown?
Let's call it Bordeaux. I think it was more on the Bordeaux side. First, are we going from delivered? Are we going now into disappointed?
I feel like we are. I mean, listen, a positive may come across my desk, but I don't see it happening anytime soon. I don't know what to feel. I'm so polarized. I feel like I'm looking at Jean-Bonnet Ramsey in like a cutoff cape. You know what I mean?
It was costumey too.
It was what?
Costumey.
It was costumey. I'm like, why can't she wear pants, a skirt, something like
the Jean-Bonnet Ramsey? I'm sorry, it's just hitting me right now, and like it's very true.
Let it
the
wash
hair,
over
the
you.
80s. Whew.
I mean, you could feel the hairspray in her hair. And also the baby glam with the under eye liner heavy. Like, why is everybody a sexy baby? You know what I mean? It's like, did Taylor write that song about her and then promoted her career? Like, I'm just like, she is literally a baby in a jumper with a vest on, like, and hairspray. Like, it's just like toddlers and tiaras. That's what it's giving me. Toddlers and tiaras.
I see that.
And
jazz hands.
You know, it's just so, I don't know what to make of it. I don't know where to place it, but I don't want to place it here. I feel like she needs like a baton. She's like
the ringmaster,
the ringmaster, or the like parade leader. What's that called?
Grand. Oh gosh, it was in
Grand Marshal.
Okay.
Is that what it is?
That could be
parade Grand Marshal. She's just missing a top hat and like to be on the can of peanuts. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and a lion.
Absolutely. Like a fiery hoop to jump through. Yeah. So
those like animal crackers box. Now I'm getting like visions of animal crackers.
Barham something. Yeah.
Yes, Barnum and Bailey circus.
Anyway, she at the wrong party, boo. Now, what about? Gosh, I have a lot to say. We didn't talk about Zendaya, and I'm wondering if that's because.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I actually, so I liked it, but something that doesn't, we don't want to happen at any party is like she was like outfit twins with Anna Sawai, the girl from
I think
Shogun.
Anna did it better. I'm going to say it.
Oh, really?
I liked it better.
I liked Zendaya's tailoring more because it was a little more fitted.
And wasn't Anna's shinier? Wasn't it like a silk version, or some of it was silk?
I think the vest might have been.
That's what I liked about it. I liked
a little
the dimension and texture. Zendaya's hat and the whole look to me, while perfectly tailored and honestly perfectly executed, felt very derivative of Celine Dion at the Oscars with the backward suit to me. That white hat with the white
white
suiting.
hat.
It's like that's where any millennial is going. Because that changed, my life for at least 20 minutes. So I don't know. It was Louis Vuitton. I'm happy that Louis Vuitton dialed it back for Zendaya because Louis Vuitton can go so like Herman Munster. You know what I mean?
They dialed it back for a lot of people. If we're really thinking about it.
I guess so.
Yeah.
So you liked this? I'm lukewarm.
I wanted more.
Of course.
And I thought that she would bring more, but I loved the fit on her. I liked it.
Is gorgeous,
the thing is like I like it. I can't say that I dislike it. I like it.
I'm surprised no one did like a racing stripe. There was not a racing stripe to be found of any kind. Bedazzled, colorful.
There was
texture.
One guy who came in with and I guess he's in a Formula One movie coming up, and he literally, I think he came in in like a car and had a whole thing and had like a motorcycle sequin.
That sounds like it's going straight to Netflix. Is it? I mean, is that a blockbuster film? We're not watching that. Yeah. Absolutely not. You know who you didn't mention in your menswear also? With color? Coleman Domingo and the big purple cape.
Yeah, the cape. But then he took it off and it was just like a black and white suit.
Then he took it off and it was like what? You
Yeah.
of all people? I was so disappointed
Yeah.
because he's so known for his dandy.
Right.
He was one of like the inspirations for dandyism. People were referencing him before the Met Gala, and then he ends up in a black and white, checkered. Wait, this isn't checkered. What is this print here? Gingham? What is this?
That's like a window pane check.
Thank you.
Yeah.
A window pane check with polka dot accessories, and you're like,
And I love a polka dot, but
well,
I
sure,
just
but any guy could wear this. Not, I mean, Coleman Domingo could do so much more.
yeah. I mean, it's
Whatever.
yeah.
There
like,
was a
did
lot
you
of
guys,
retro
like-
influence. I will say that.
Yeah.
It felt very 60s, 70s for a
Yes.
lot of the men.
Which is like, it's cool,
It's
but
fun.
it's like, why the Met, guys? Like, where did you think you were going? I'm confused. Like, did you forget?
We're
I don't know.
frustrated. We're frustrated.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, going back to those we want to light on fire.
I think it's just because we have high standards for all these people because we know what they could do.
And the access.
Yeah.
More than anything, the access.
Yeah.
I mean, Kendall Jenner is like, I mean, go to a thrift store, buy this suit and have it tailored
So-
like this. Like, I don't even know why this is here.
And
Like,
again,
I
it's
think
just
she
like
should
it's
be-
like gray, it's dull, it's sad, it's like a funeral.
She needs to be
just-
fired. She's fired.
Of the Jenners, I think Kylie had the best one.
I didn't see what Kylie wore. Hold on.
Yeah, look up Kylie. So it was like a herringbone. It would dress herringbone, beaded work on top of that, and then like a sheer corset middle, sheer opera glove. Of the Jenners, I think that was the best one
She hasn't even posted. Oh, really? Oh,
because
well,
the only one left is Kim, and I did not like Kim's at all.
oh my God.
So, like,
really?
if we're choosing a Jenner,
I hate
Kylie.
This. Have you seen her shoe?
Which Kylie or
Kylie's.
Yeah, the shoe is like
The
a
shoe
kitten
is
heel. I don't know what's going on.
atrocious. She's lucky she's gorgeous because to me this is.
But pick a
She's
Jenner.
not-
Like if you
Do
had
I have to?
That's my
your
assignment that I am
point.
bringing.
Oh, well,
Because
I'd like-
I'm saying of the Jenners, I feel like Kylie is the best one because I really did not like Kim's. And
I can't. I'm firing all of them.
that's fine.
In that case, I cannot believe I'm even saying
Like, we're
this.
playing,
I
like-
might pick Kendall because at least it's like well tailored.
Okay.
Kylie's looks too low on her body. Like I would have had that a little higher. Like I absolutely hate Kylie's.
So
I hate it.
I feel like this trend, and I'll probably get to this in
Like a
some
drop
of our
waist.
this whole thing that's going down like below the hips, even like when we're doing these like
Showing
cutouts
the corseted bodice.
below the and it's a proportion thing. It doesn't look good.
It's
it
not
never
flattering.
comes across
And she does
nicely.
not have the figure to pull off that particular look.
She should have spent more money, I guess.
Woof. Should we talk about Kim? Do we have to?
We can just pass it. I mean,
Swipe right.
swipe.
Swipe right.
Horrible.
Good God.
Just horrendous. Everything about it.
I think it was chrome hearts. I don't know that for sure. I saw little chrome hearts.
I don't even want to
like
be disappointed
zipper.
by who it is.
I think like the zipper thing had like
Yeah.
a little cross, like it was chrome hearts. And I'm like,
Okay.
why is chrome hearts at the Met Gala red carpet? Like this was a men's jewelry line to begin with, I believe. And this is like an LA based design. Like what's happening? I do want to note, speaking of accessories, that I loved the Swarovski girls. And that's like becoming a thing and becoming a moment. And I'm just, listen, the first year we saw it, we were like, I'm not really sure where to place this. And I'm not like, Swarovski isn't landing for me totally at the moment. This year, I'm all in on them.
Into it.
And they were all in pastels and colorways.
They were.
So I was
That's very true.
now to be a Swarovski girl, it's like the new, in my opinion, you're like a Victoria's Secret, what Victoria's Secret Angels used to be. If you get a placement as a Swarovski girl, as a model,
Like you've made it.
listen, did you see the Swarovski commercial with Ariana Grande in the middle of the Met streaming?
Yes, because that's
with
where I
E?
think you should do this ponytail that she had.
That's right. Pardon me. I'd had
Yep.
2 glasses of bubbly and I'd forgotten where that reference began.
So I will remind you to do this, so don't worry.
Well, not to worry. I'm never going to forget now. But I love that commercial was like, hold on. This is a whole new company to me.
And then
Very fun.
speaking of Ariana, then she like posted, she was like in her bed, like maybe next year. And I'm like, yeah, she wasn't there. She didn't get an invite or she didn't want to go. I don't know.
I'm worried about her. I'm worried about it's
Well,
not going well
that's
over
a whole
there.
other
That's a whole other
topic.
Yeah.
I agree.
So okay, where were we? Kim, we're swiping right. Pamela Anderson.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I
taking
feel
a
like I've
hit.
seen this before, and I don't know who did it. I didn't like it then. I don't like it this time. Yeah.
I mean, are we going for
Again,
like
another hair moment that's like questionable.
It's like a milkmaid pilgrimage over there. Like what in JHC? Again with the Bosu ball shape. Like why are we adding bulk? Does anyone ever
It's
in
a
the
moment.
history of
We're
time
in this moment.
want to add bulk to their silhouette?
Maybe she was like bringing in snacks under there or something. Like they're like what? I mean,
Here's
we
hoping.
could have brought a
She
lot of
had
shit in there.
She had gift bags under there. I mean, she was like the gift bag chair. I don't know what anyone was thinking there. And then the bangs were crooked.
Mm-hmm.
And you're just like, someone, for the love of God, pull out a comb and fix the bangs. So it hurt me. And I just feel like ever since
Pam.
she didn't win for the last showgirl, it's been downhill. And at some point, we need to abandon the no makeup mantra. Like, okay, we get it. You did the no makeup thing. Thank you for advocating for it. But the time has passed. I'm done. Are you done? I'm done.
Well, I feel like you can. It's not like the hill you have to die on, right? Like you can do that, and then you can not do that if you want. You know what I mean? Like, but it feels like it's almost like maybe someone's telling her, well, you got to keep going on it, like, because that's your thing, and you won't get it. Like, maybe you won't be relevant anymore if you don't like continue going on it, because people then are just going to call you on it and going to say it's bullshit.
You know,
like,
it's never out of style, being beautiful. And she already is.
Yeah.
And makeup just highlights her beauty.
Right.
So I don't think in this case, the only thing keeping her relevant is
I don't
the
think
no
so
makeup
either.
thing. I know
but
you don't.
Is someone telling her that? Like, that's what
think that is in her. I think that's more in
know.
her head. And it's like,
It could be,
no,
you know.
you're more than, it's almost like reverse, reverse beauty psychology of like thinking we need to like attain this.
Yeah.
Now it's like she has to commit so hard to the no makeup thing to stay relevant that it's like, no. There's a happy medium.
But maybe something really happened there, and maybe she just feels like it's really, important to her, because maybe she feels like, you know what? I had to be this, and this, and, now I don't feel the pressure to be, and so I'm just not going to be.
Or maybe she's waiting for a more strategic moment to return to a glam look when she's really promoting
And then
something
it's just
heavy,
going to be
and then
something
it's an explosion of like, she wears makeup again. Maybe.
We'll find out. Time will tell. Next Met Gala.
Who else? Who else did you hate?
Let the list go on.
I know. Lana Del
did
Rey,
you see,
Nightmare. Sing.
Okay, let's talk about Sydney Sweeney for a second, right?
Let's talk about Sydney Sweeney.
So
Let's talk
I
about
think
her.
one of the problems that I had with quite a few of the women is like, okay, I feel like Sydney Sweeney was going for like the Josephine Baker look.
Excuse me. Can we call her Sydney Sweeney from now on? Because I love that. I love that so hard. Sydney Sweeney is here to stay. Let's commit. Okay.
Promise. Pinky swear. She was giving Josephine Baker to me. Like I feel like she should have worn it to something.
Who's Josephine Baker?
She was a beautiful woman in like black woman singer, actress.
Okay. Is she the one who's always shown kind of with her hair like tucked back? Yeah,
exactly.
She's beautiful.
Gorgeous. And I feel like this is what, the 20s, it's like giving you that whole vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But I just felt like, okay, you can still pay homage to her, but play it up in more of a menswear way, right? Like we can have that juxtaposition of the two if that's like what we want to do. And I guess just for me, I just felt like this is supposed to be specifically really about menswear. And so for me, it just kind of felt like, well, why didn't you really, I felt that way about quite a few people who we'll get to. It's like, it's not on theme. It doesn't feel on theme to me.
I mean, it's a gown.
Yeah.
She's showing her tits.
Her
hair's
new.
slicked back.
We've seen them.
Right. I guess all I have to say is that I wish I could have figured out how to do my hair like that. That was my original inspiration with the swirlies in front, and it didn't quite land. However, pretty boring.
Yep.
Okay.
Moving on. Emma Chamberlain, I'll bring her up because we were just talking about this like very low waist situation happening. So
okay, she's 23. She's an influencer.
you know how, like, you see that cutout, right? So it, like, the cutout goes below that hip line, and I just don't find that flattering, and it's been, like, such a trend, and I feel like it's not possible to get a good fit when you're doing that sort of shape where you're coming and doing a cutout down there.
Let's back up. Emma Chamberlain is wearing a bleach blonde, very short haircut. She's wearing suiting fabric, kind of crisscrossy, and then very long gown, and then high sheer gloves. And you're saying
it's got that cutout there, right?
The placement of that is terrible.
Terrible.
It's way too low again.
Exactly.
It's that weird drop waist. It's like showing.
You can't get a good fit with that cut. And I don't understand why people, it's like this thing that keeps happening. And I just don't like.
It's dropped to the widest part of the hip, which is the problem.
It just makes you look like this big, long.
She looks like a
blob
peanut
line.
Yeah. She looks like a peanut shape.
Terrible.
Don't love.
Oh my God, she kind of does remind me of like Mr. Peanut with his cane and his little.
There was a lot of Mr. Peanut. There was a lot of the Planters Peanut.
Oh my God, he should have walked the runway.
In fact, Janelle Monáe is lucky that she
with
avoided
the monocle.
I mean, she came awfully motherfucking close. Okay, who else?
Lala Anthony, like so lackluster, it hurts.
I don't care.
Hailey Bieber.
Oh my God, Hailey Bieber.
You could have worn that to anything.
That was a Friday night for Hailey Bieber. What are you doing? That was Friday night at Craig's. Yeah. What are you doing?
Black tuxedo jacket. We all have the dress.
The open toe shoe. That like seared my corneas. So,
burn.
Needless to say,
burn.
Yeah, light that shit on fire.
Okay, and really, really bad. Okay, Sarah Snook. She's that redhead from Succession. I think one of the worst. So bulky, looking costumey. It's just like satin hell. It's so horrible. Just a bulky disaster. Snook. Sarah Snook. Bulky disaster.
Oh, I like her as an actress.
I do too. But
this is tough.
It's just like so much fabric.
Wow, the
Again,
pant
it just looks
is so
cheap.
bulky. I love the lapel pins. I'll give her that. Honestly, from the boob up, it's not bad. She's got the sort of like tuxedo. Well, duh. Everyone has a tuxedo jacket. Literally everyone has a tuxedo jacket. But she's got 6 lapel pins, and she has the center brooch. She's got a cropped wavy do, and I think from the boob up, it's not bad. And then you get to the bottom, and it's an absolute travesty.
Terrible.
Terrible.
Terrible, terrible, terrible.
Okay, but who are like the notable ones that everyone will know that we just didn't care for?
Tracee Ellis Ross.
Oh my God.
And like it was Marc Jacobs, and very Marc Jacobs, like this, like
it was Marc Jacobs,
kind of blown up, whatever.
Well,
but
that's helpful to
holy
know.
Moly,
we are off the reservation. That felt like when it's at those football games where people get those foam hats that are like cowboy hats. Is it at the Cowboys game? I don't know.
That could be.
But those like foam fun fair, like the whole entire look felt like that. And she was having the time of her life. And I'm like, I mean, good for her.
Yeah.
But how do you not feel like a clown?
Which is exactly what
when
it looks
there's
like.
Someone like a Gigi Hadid, who albeit is also on my worst dress list, but snatched AF at the very least, going to the Pearl Harbor premiere, no one knows why. And you're like, then there's Tracee Ellis Ross having the time of her life, laughing up a storm.
In a balloon pant.
And Diana talked to Tracee about what they're wearing, and we just thought, we're staying committed. That's a choice. Didn't see that one coming.
Own it. Own what you're doing.
She's owning it all right. She's owning it. And she's another one, just red carpet fail after fail after fail. I don't know what she's trying to do. And yet she still gets invited to things.
Well, she's great. She's great. She's
got that nepotism, and she has a great personality.
But
I know that from watching the Ashley Simpson and Evan Ross show. I'm like, this lady's a dream. She really seems like a great gal.
We honored her last year at the Nimois for the Nimois Gala.
Oh, and was she lovely?
Lovely.
What did she wear?
Don't remember.
Well, that's not a good sign.
So sorry.
Okay, that's not a good sign.
It's probably black and white. Okay, let's think. Other people. Okay, but let's bring in the Gigi Hadid conversation, because I feel like this now gets into our territory of what did you get a different invite than everyone else did? Because where did you think you were going? What did you think the theme was? Why are you wearing just a dress that you could wear on any red carpet. It doesn't make sense.
This is what I mean. I want to fire her. I want to fire Kendall Jenner. I can't take any more of them.
Mm-mm.
They also are like, they're so big for their britches. You can just feel it in what they wear. Like, it's like they don't feel like they don't have to try anymore. And I know that there was effort taken, but this is not like, let me show out. Let me like really follow the theme. It honestly feels disrespectful to Anna. How did Anna approve this? She approves
And
the
men's
clothes.
tailoring, like I would be like,
And Gigi, of all people, loves a menswear look. We're always seeing her in shitty blazers on the street.
And now's your chance to...
Now is your chance to like just fully lean into the moment and like slick your hair. But I feel like we see her as a dude often, or like, you know, derivative of like menswear all the time. So that's the one for me where I'm just so dumbfounded.
Lots of choices. Heidi Klum.
I didn't see and I don't care. I didn't even know she was there.
Ugh. It was just a black dress with like a necklace on. There was like
There
no
was a lot
hair
of those.
done. No, I mean, but this
Suki
was
Waterhouse, same thing.
Yeah.
A big nothing burger.
What is going on?
A big nothing burger.
How many else? Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh gosh. Let's see. Eva Chen. She wore like a pale pink sequin gown with an opera glove, and it had like a rose in the center of the dress.
Okay.
Where are you going?
Okay.
Rachel Brosnahan. I had this feeling at first. So at first glance, it was just like a deep purple dress, right? And it looks like it has like a neck sash, which is very trendy right now. That neck sash was actually a tie worn backwards, which in general, I love that styling idea, but it just felt like the bare minimum effort, you know, like, okay.
Yeah. I mean, the other thing is, you know, with the black dandyism undertone, I would think we would see so many more sneakers from the menswear with suiting, and we didn't get any of that, which I found shocking because I feel like that's such a part of the culture.
Well, I saw it a little, but like it wasn't in a good way. You know, it was just kind of like an afterthought. Like,
and not
just pop this on.
Special.
Yeah.
You know, not like a sneaker that felt special. One person I wanted to bring up is my arch nemesis, Anne Hathaway.
Oh, yes. Please tell.
What I will say is, listen, this is the facelift we all want. She's gotten the Lindsay Lohan treatment. She has...
I think even better than Lindsay.
It is snatched, man.
Because it looks so natural. Like it's...
So natural. So subtle.
Yeah.
Very elegant. I also love the hair. I can't believe I'm saying these words. And I love the necklace. Why are we wearing like a Carolina Herrera 60-year-old woman? You know, this is something you wear when you can no longer wear, or, you know, I shouldn't say 60-year-old woman because a lot of 60-year-olds can wear tons of fabulous things. But this is something you wear when...
Like 70s, 80s, where like...
Yeah, it's a more mature look.
Right.
What is she, 40? Why
yeah,
are
like
we doing
42,
this?
43 or
And
something.
Have we not learned anything about styling? That we do not need to wear a horizontal stripe on the bottom half of your body ever. So the horizontal striped skirt is just not a win for me. Oh my God, it is Carolina Herrera. The look is from Carolina Herrera. Well, that makes sense. But like, that's just not a match. I
would have
celebrity
wanted to see Carolina Herrera maybe wear that on the runway, but not her.
That would make perfect sense.
Yeah.
I don't like when a celebrity is mix matched with a designer. It's like who was in Burberry that we were like, why?
Oh, La Roche
and Burberry. This doesn't make sense. This doesn't make any sense. This is just totally like such a miss of branding. Now, the Tracee Ellis Ross and Marc Jacobs, that makes sense to me. We still hate it, but at least I respect that placement.
Right.
Savannah James, this was tough.
Oh, what is this? I don't think
You know what this is.
Oh.
Savannah James. Oh, wait, is she married to LeBron? Is that how she's famous?
Okay, so let's talk about LeBron for a second because I thought LeBron was supposed to be one of the hosts, and he was not mentioned at one of the hosts. I didn't see him there, so I wonder what happened there.
He pulled out because of a knee injury, so she took his place. Her mermaid-style Tom Brown gown was on theme. I disagree. Well, it was on theme, but she's the one that had the corset that looked like it was supposed to be naked, and it was so unflattering. I mean, there aren't enough words to discuss how unflattering it is.
I don't feel like that's landing really on anybody, but...
The corseting, it didn't work on anyone. That's a really good point.
I think it is the proportion that's happening, right? Like it's
the balance is off. Everyone's tailoring felt rushed. Oh my God, Gail King.
Ooh, did not see that.
I did not see this, you guys. She is in color, and I think this is what people were afraid of doing. She's in a purple halter tuxedo-ish gown. It's very clowny with the plaid.
You know what? For some reason, it's almost giving me like saloon, like Western saloon
It's
girl.
the black trim.
Yeah.
And the black buttons.
And the billowy kind of
bunchy, layery volume. And then there's no tailoring. It's 15 inches too long in the front.
Yeah.
There was a lot of that, a lot of weird tailoring choices I found. Any other ones that you absolutely... Oh, what did you think about Lauryn Hill?
I liked it. I
kind of liked
another
it.
person
I
that
love the butter yellow.
Yeah. Well, yes.
We know that.
I liked it. I almost did not recognize her either.
I did not recognize her at all.
But I liked it.
Fun. Could have done without the dark I think the glam went a little left for me. It looked a little silly. Dark lipstick, dark eyeshadow, kind of weird accessories.
Maybe it didn't all go, like somebody didn't know what she was wearing.
A little disjointed. I wish Erykah Badu were there. I would have liked to have seen what she would have worn because she does so many interesting like hats and I feel like she would have been amazing. I like that she had a fun handbag. Lauryn Hill.
Oh, I didn't see the handbag. What is
teal. It sort of looks like a Birkin. I don't know if it is. Or a briefcase, maybe?
Is she also wearing a glove?
The glove is too much. The glove is sending it over the edge.
Which,
She's
speaking of someone we
over-accessorized.
hated but did like her glove, was Kerry Washington.
Also, I will say, like for the afro, I feel like for it to really look like neat and tidy, having the shape even is important. And this one's sort of all over the place. Maybe it's her natural texture. I don't know. But to me, it's like all the detailing is a little bit messy, and then that feels a little bit messy. And so the glam is kind of missing for me.
Yeah, like
that's
her
my
glam
point.
team needed to be a little bit more.
But the yellow concept with the brown tie is really fun.
Yeah.
And I think she had like quite a moment.
Like, thanks for bringing us something different. The shape was cool too. Like,
yeah.
we did some sculptural.
Rihanna.
Yeah. Okay. Her children are getting the best baby bump reveals. I mean, from inside. Like, she revealed her second
Was this
child.
a reveal? This is her third.
Yeah, third.
Oh my God, I
So
cannot
your
keep
third
up.
child gets their reveal during the Met Gala. Your second child had their reveal during the Super Bowl party. Wow, that is something. I didn't like the look.
It's tough. It's tough. It's like
the hat is very Mary Poppins. The tie on the thing is very Mary Poppins, and I didn't want that. That's not what I thought I was getting.
Is this Tom Brown? Oh, this is Marc Jacobs. The hat
makes
feels
sense.
very Marc Jacobs, very popper.
The tie,
There's a lot of feeling like a popper type look.
right.
And then the shoes, very disconnected. It's a black and white Oxford heel. There's no hosiery to tie it into the gown. And then the baby tie is like, it's tricky when you can't nip in at the waist and you have to accentuate the baby bump, but it's also so slight. And I felt the same way about her Super Bowl look when she did the reveal, where I'm like, it's a little too slight to feel like so dope, but obviously you can't perform when your baby's like 9 months, So anyway, not my favorite.
Yep.
Oh, Lauryn Hill, going back to her real quick, she also had the umbrella.
Oh, yeah, which so sad. How fucking pissed would you be if you were going to the Met Gala and it rained that day? Like, I would be so mad. But at least it kind of brought like a theatrical
I love it.
aspect to this. So I think cute.
Really fun.
Yeah.
Really, really fun. Cardi B in the green velvet nightmare.
Burberry.
Oh, Burberry.
Everyone that
Fire.
Burberry did, it was a lot of people. I have a list of all the people that did the velvet because I was like, holy moly. I was like, is there some significance to this here that I'm missing that I don't know about this fabric? And other than La Roche, Angela Bassett, Lou Wen, Daniel Lee, all this
Oh my God,
same.
Angela Bassett, that fabric too. It's that same fabric as La Roche. It's terrible.
Yep.
I hate it. It adds so much bulk. There's no shape. There's
Yeah.
no defining
I'm
the
hot.
waist.
Like, I'm literally roasting thinking about them.
looking at it. Also, I did want to talk quickly about A$AP Rocky because of Rihanna. Obviously,
Yes.
her baby daddy. I'm very bored. He showed up in all black. I did like the kind of overcoat windbreaker type thing he was doing.
I didn't really expect anything from him either, so.
But he does cool. He's in Brioni. All the Brioni looks sucked, which is also like, what?
Right.
Some guy was in all red Brioni. Someone notable.
Oh, Rajejan.
Right.
Yep.
And you think Brioni, I mean, infamous menswear designer, pinnacle price point for, well, very, very aspirational price point, I should say, for menswear suiting. And you're like, this is what we came up with for A$AP Rocky. I mean, I think he was trying to make it all about her, which is nice. But this looks more Burberry than anything we've seen because it looks like a Burberry trench.
Yep.
Doja Cat. Oof. Oof.
Oh, yeah, that was Marc Jacobs, right? Or was that Tom Brown?
It's Marc Jacobs.
Okay.
It's giving The Nanny and also Electrocuted and also Bam Bam from the Flintstones.
Yeah, curious thing.
Kerry Washington looking like Curious George's caretaker. The skirt is where it loses all of its steam for me. I kind of love it to the bottom of the jacket. And then I'm just like, what?
Because the proportion.
The proportion is not right. The skirt's either not long enough or not tight enough. We really needed a pencil pant, a little ankle pant, and
some tailoring.
However, love the hat, love the fishnet glove. Would have loved to see the fishnet glove as a sock as well.
Ooh.
That would be fun.
Again, going back to like what's going on with like a sock accessory.
Where are the
Seems very
socks?
key.
Now, Doechii did a sock.
Yes.
But it wasn't special. It was just a special color. Yeah. Okay, fine. What about Walton Goggins from White Lotus, season 3? The guy who, spoiler alert, the guy who kills everyone, White Lotus season 3. Did you not know that? Oh God, did I ruin it for you?
No, you didn't. I saw it.
Good. I mean, okay, a guy in a skirt.
Yeah.
We haven't seen much of that on this carpet. So I thought it was kind of, I don't mind black and white for him. Lupita wore sort of a mint blue Chanel look.
Okay, so I liked it, but I felt like the hat looked so much like it was just sitting on top of her hair that wasn't feeling right
really
to me.
Work, but a very pretty fabric.
Yeah.
I mean, the fabric, the color,
and the
is
sheer
gorgeous.
cape on top of the suit, like I think very cool.
I just want to make sure we're not missing anybody. Oh God, Whoopi Goldberg.
So I think it fit her well.
I guess.
Which I don't think she always is in something that's a little more.
She is almost never
tailored.
In something that fits her well.
So this, to me, when I saw her in this, I was kind of like, oh, I wasn't expecting you to wear something like that. So honestly, like, I think this might be my favorite thing that I've seen her wear.
Can I tell you who one of my favorites of the night was?
Yeah.
Coco Jones.
I haven't seen it. Show me.
This white beaded, stunning. I mean, oops. Uh-oh. I'm going to show you, but it just jumped. Oh, no. Look her up. Coco Jones in this really pretty white beaded fabric, beaded pants.
Oh, okay. Yes, I did see this.
This was beautiful, I thought. I love the tailoring.
Beading, so.
I love the plunge neck. Really, really pretty.
I would love to know how heavy that was, though.
Because
that is
uncomfortable. I'll tell you what, even in my look, which was super lightweight, I couldn't wait to rip it off.
Sure.
Do you feel that way after events?
Oh, yeah.
I feel like I want to cut myself out of the clothes.
Yeah.
Just as I'm like, I've been forced, I feel restricted by it.
Yeah. Well, okay. I think I feel this way about, and I think maybe all women feel this way. So sometimes I feel like when my husband Victor gets dressed, he's like, oh, these shoes are so uncomfortable, I can't wear these, and he'll like never wear them again, or like, oh, this is so uncomfortable, I'm like not wearing that, and I'm just like, I kind of expect to be uncomfortable in everything that I wear, and I feel like as women we just kind of grow up with that expectation, and I'm like, you very clearly grew up a man, and it shows. Like, you just think that in life you should be so comfortable all the time.
All the time.
And I don't expect that at all. I'm like, that is the difference between how women are brought up and men are brought up, is we are just like, we just kind of resign ourselves to like, we know we're going to be uncomfortable.
I'd like to talk about
to look good.
The worst look of the night. That's what I'm going to say. On my end, Amelia Hamlin in Valentino.
Haven't seen it? Oh, at least not that I ever. Oh, yes.
It's the red do-rag look, you guys, with the red tights, the red panty, a weird shapewear under thing. It's so bad. It is so not cool. Also, not great to have a white woman in a do-rag. I don't think that's working.
I wouldn't have made that choice.
I wouldn't have made that choice at all. It's also like not a very, like the do-rag doesn't look high fashion to me.
No, I mean, she could have gotten that fabric off of just,
It feels very spare fabric.
Yeah.
I think that is my worst of the night. I mean, it's hard to get much worse than that. It's just there's nothing about it I want to wear.
Okay. I think it gets worse. I have a couple that I think are worse. Do you want to see them?
I would love to see them.
Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie.
Okay. Am I supposed to look that up, or do you have a photo of that? Chimamanda,
Chimamanda.
I got it.
Okay,
She's
it's
an author.
literally red bow ties and neckties that are just sewn to her dress. Like, it's unfortunate. They're from Amazon and they're just sewn onto the dress.
Hold on. What's under a dress?
Neckties and bow ties.
Oh.
Just sewn on there.
I'm looking. So, really? Really? I would think you would kind of think this is cute.
No.
You really?
No. Hate it. It's like so cheap. It looks so cheap. Just like red satin.
I feel like she pulls this off. I feel like I respect your opinion. I'm kind of like,
that is I would never have guessed that you would have thought that either.
And maybe it's my glasses. Hold on, let me take them off. Oh, I didn't see that she had little neckties and little bow ties. If it were all little bow ties, I might be sold. But I feel like it looks like nice fabric. Like the red doesn't look like clowny red.
I wasn't a fan.
Are you shocked by the fact that I don't hate this?
I'm like totally shocked.
I kind of like it. Call me crazy. I think it's kind of camp and fun.
See, that's the thing about fashion. Like it truly is like the eye of the beholder. Like
it truly is. I think at least proportionally it's nice on her. Okay, what other ones do you hate?
Okay. Cole Escala.
Mm-hmm.
What in the fuckity fuck?
Escala Met Gala.
It's satin.
He's
it's gardening
actor.
Attire. It's rainproof. I don't know.
Tony-nominated actor. Oh boy. Wait. Is this the white look?
There's a floral.
Oh, it's a floral look.
Oh, look at that. Look at the floral.
This is actually very scary. You might be right. This might be the worst look of the night. His makeup is very doll-esque, and it feels a little bit like a 1960s robe with strap suspenders. I think what's really scaring me is the head. his face. The way he's done his makeup and hair. Like I'm actually terrified. This feels like a Chucky doll. It's terrifying.
Don't dream about this tonight.
Oh, boy.
Don't dream about it. Okay. I do not know this gentleman's name, but there was somebody, and I'm like, I should have gone back to look at this, but there was someone who literally looked like a box of Lucky Charms. Cool. And then, he was like, zero fucks given. I'm just going to, slap my orthopedic shoe on and just, head out the door.
You're being serious? I am not
kidding. Hold on. I do have a photo of this. I just don't know who this is.
I just typed in Lucky Charms Met Gala.
Look at this. It's a Lucky Charms box.
Oh, he's wearing shamrocks.
What?
This poor little old guy. He literally is wearing a Skechers shoe, like a Skechers
That's what I'm saying.
Sneaker.
He was just like, I'm going to have a good time tonight.
This guy's really
I'm not
senior citizen. And and his taste. I'm actually speechless. I have nothing to say. This feels like he's going to a St. Patrick's Day parade.
Yeah.
That's really how this feels.
And again, it all, I feel like there's a theme here. There is a theme, and it's that they got a different invitation. Joke's on them. They got a different invitation. They didn't know where they were going or what the theme was.
Did you see Joey King in the green suiting?
Yes. Don't like it, but I didn't hate it either.
I loved the suit, actually. And then I hated the shirt. Mm-hmm. She had a turtleneck, a shirt, and a tie. I loved it's Miu Miu, and it feels very Miu Miu with all that the sort of silver mirrored applique. Very cute and fun. This is the kind of thing I expected to see Gigi Hadid in.
Okay.
Who was also wearing Miu Miu. However, I mean, I expect something like this from Prada. Which, they're sisters, right? Prada and Miu Miu? I believe so.
Oh, I don't know.
Miu Miu is the baby of Prada.
Okay.
Yeah. Miu Miu is the love child of Prada. However, it's like all the patterns on the turtleneck, the shirt, the tie, and then the applique on the suit where you're like, holy hell. But I think this is like what I thought everyone was going to do. And this is why I kind of like it.
Like mixing patterns, over the top accents.
Fun, and like this is a costume gala, you know?
I'm not going to wear that to like anything else.
Exactly.
Like,
this is the place to wear it. Let's do it. Commit. So I like that she went crazy temporarily. Wait, there was one other one that I hated that I wanted to tell you about.
Is it Jessica Kale?
No, it's like a name that I feel like we know.
Okay, because Jessica Kale is like a DIY floral project. There's a bloomer. There's like a tulle half skirt thing flowing in the back. It is just hideous. Just hideous.
Is it?
It's like another thing that you might have nightmares about. So.
Oh, Chaperone or Chapelroan.
Yeah. It felt more.
It felt true to her.
Yeah, it felt true to her. It felt more.
That's the pink suiting, you guys. Very pink.
Yes. The singer, who's the singer? Star Glasses.
Elton John.
Thank you. It felt very Elton John.
It did feel very Elton John. How about Andre 3000 in Burberry with the piano on his back?
Oh, yes. Interesting. And he's like carrying a trash bag.
I liked that was fun. What's the trash bag about?
I feel like there's a statement and a story there that we should probably know.
That's I'm sure that's a statement of some kind, like you said.
Yes.
Yeah, that feels like something we should look at another time.
Oh my God, Vera Wang. Have you seen her?
I did see her. I need to refresh my images
of
her.
Like the duster from Beauty and the Beast, like personified.
Hold on. Let's look it up. She is getting so scary looking.
I know.
Just as a human.
Yeah.
I'm worried for her.
Yeah.
I want her to be well. Oh
I mean, right, isn't it?
She is like emaciated. This is actually scary. Like she looks malnourished.
Yeah. I
like she looks unwell.
Yeah, I think there's some health.
That is really sad. Okay, what did you say? Oh,
the duster from Beauty and the Beast, right? It's like literally that is her.
The little dancing girl.
Yes, who I love.
We love her.
I don't like.
She
I don't
literally
like this.
is like she dusts the home.
Yeah, and she's like French and cute. I think he just called her Mon
She runs away with the candlestick guy.
Yeah.
What's his
They're
name?
a couple.
Lumiere. Lumiere. You're absolutely right. She is absolutely inspired by Beauty and the Beast. That is hysterical. I'm very worried about her. But moving right along, we need to end on a big one. I feel like.
Did we give it all away?
We may have.
Well, you know what? One, I really just feel like this goes back to, sometimes the media really like plays into this story and, kind of gives people maybe more credit than what is like due, was Monica Barbara. So it's essentially, she's in a Dior, the classic Dior bar suit, new look. Mm-hmm. And like I saw this post about it and it was like really trying to play up this concept of like, oh, the classic Dior look, but with like dandy finesse. And it was like you added a shirt, a tie, and a hat to it.
Clickbait.
Like that's it. Like stop trying to like spin this into like making it more creative than it actually is.
Two people we didn't talk about that we need to talk about: Kamala Harris and Megan Thee Stallion.
Shit the bed.
Kamala Harris.
Shit the bed.
Let me see. Is it the black and white? I mean, of course it is.
Yeah.
Every fucking look is the black and white.
Yeah.
This is what she wore?
Yeah.
God, that's boring.
And it's just like...
But also, this could have been so much more flattering had they changed the tailoring of how they did these black and white colors.
Right.
Now, this was... this is the Ozempic sketch that Off-White made for her.
They did not deliver.
They did not deliver. Well, they didn't deliver that cinching. Of course she's going to sign off on this. Now, hold on.
Right.
We go to the real look. This fabric, you cannot cinch and drape like that. I think she thought she was getting a stretch. Why is there no shoulder pad? Like, at the very least, a shoulder pad would have taken a couple inches off the waist.
I mean,
It's so slouchy in the shoulders, I can't even breathe. Like, I'm suffocating by her shoulders.
It's just so not good for her.
Okay. And Megan Thee Stallion...
That was the other Burberry velvet, right? The green?
I don't think so.
No?
She had like the, no. She had the red like Princess Leia hair going on. And she did a gown with a white fur. She didn't give a fuck.
Oh, I don't think I even saw her.
She was going to like a Star Wars premiere. I mean, look at this hair. I love the hair.
The hair is good.
Does it make any sense? Not at all.
No.
But unlike Gigi Hadid, we didn't just do retro rolls. And I'm like, okay,
At least
she gave
the
us
hair
something
makes
to
sense
talk
for
about.
the theme.
I think
You know
so
what
too.
I mean? But the dress and the rest of it is not on theme.
It's very interesting. Did you see the people who were doing like kind of special entrances so they wouldn't be seen? Who was the one that was behind the curtain?
Doechii. Her team, I guess, was in charge of putting that thing up, and they totally failed. So
it didn't work?
Yeah, and
It
they
fell?
no, they didn't even have it up. So literally, she comes down in the elevator opens, and all the paparazzi get photos of her. So
People are
her
getting
team, and she gives them
fired.
shit. I mean, oh yeah.
Did she go into them? She
You can see her like
tearing into them?
going off.
I don't
Which,
blame her.
I mean, rightfully so. You
This
give
is
them
a
one job, and they.
Very stressful day. Did you see what Anna Wintour was wearing?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always like, you never even do your theme.
That's so true.
Like,
She never does the theme.
you know?
That's so true.
Like, that's just like you. Like, I never expect, like, it's never like I'm like, oh, what's Anna going to wear this time? Like, no, I'm never thinking that.
She's wearing kind of a powder blue long duster coat. I do love that she wears an opera coat. I mean, it's beautiful. The coat is beautiful. And then she just does like a silver gown, which is a really interesting choice for her given the tone of her hair.
Yeah,
which
it's
I feel
definitely
is
like
a warmer tone. So
like, if she
it's-
were getting her color story done, it would not be that.
I don't think it would be. I agree. Now, I don't know who this bitch is in her little beret.
Oh, that's Hunter Schafer.
Adorable.
Very cute.
Very
agree.
cute. This is something kind of fun and different. She has a white turtleneck under a white tuxedo jacket with white tuxedo gloves in her hands, white beret, then black overcoat. It's very striking.
Yeah, so she is opposite of Zendaya in the show that's very dark and deep about the teens on drugs.
Oh, the Euphoria show?
Yes.
The Euphoria show. We sound 100. Miley.
Oh, yeah, didn't like it.
Didn't like it. Very like low key for Miley. I thought she would just amp it up. I was surprised to not see Blake Lively. Oh, we didn't talk about Dua Lipa. I was surprised to not see Blake Lively, and
I mean, she probably. And I don't think Anna wants to be a part of that drama. So she probably, if she was ever invited, she probably revoked it or never
But
invited her.
Blake
in the
does a
first-
lot for Met. I'm surprised.
She
I
does.
would think because
But you
she's
know-
so provocative right now, Anna might want her there just for the press of it
I
all.
don't think she's been there. I think maybe the last one that I remember seeing her at would have been Heavenly Bodies, where she did the
Statue of Liberty thing.
the statue. Wait, that was camp. Sorry, that was camp.
You're right.
Yeah. The Statue of Liberty. Yep.
That was the last one.
I think that's the last one I've seen her at.
I'm trying to remember.
And so that would have been 2019.
What I will say is, I like seeing Dua Lipa looking a little healthier. Like she's looking
Yeah.
nice and healthy.
Yeah.
Like the hormones are balanced. This dress proportionally didn't do much for me. The feather. Oof, what is
And
that? Like horsehair?
I looked this up and it's Chanel.
Okay. She had to contractually because she's got the campaign. It's tough. Thank God for the hair. The hair makes it interesting and cool, and the jewelry, thank God. I will say her fiance is hot.
Let me peep him.
I mean, he's very kind of good bone structure in the face. He's not my typical type.
I feel like I've seen him before in something,
Colin
but I don't know.
Jost, I think.
No. That's what's his face husband.
That's Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah,
I made
Scarlett
this
Johansson's husband.
Hold on. Is he calling someone else? Hold on. Oh, how about? Okay, hold on. I'll go back. Oh, there's still so many. Okay, we're almost done. I'm trying to find his name. Here it is. Callum Turner and Dua Lipa.
Okay.
Okay, how about Priyanka Chopra and Nick Jonas? Polka Dot City. And his little sailor sweater.
Like, it felt like Titanic.
I love that they have a difference in age, right?
Yes.
Isn't it like a 10-year age difference?
Oh, I didn't know it was
but
that
she
much.
does always look like his mother. And this look looks like she's dressed
and he's
like
just
his mother.
so small.
He's so tiny,
He's
and that
just
little
a tiny
scarf.
little man.
That scarf is giving like
He just kind of seems. I still don't even feel like they make sense as a couple. Like, I'm still shocked that they're
How
together.
much time do you give this?
Oh, I mean, I'm.
Do they have a baby? I'm giving this max 10 more years.
They do have a baby.
Okay.
I think that's new.
They have a baby, right?
Yeah.
I'm giving that 10 more years, and that's about it. Okay. Marchesa, what's her name? Georgina Chapman from Marchesa and Adrian Brody. All black. She did a very Marchesa dress.
Doesn't make any sense for this. Doesn't make any sense.
I mean, she just went as hot. Like that's
Which
she's just stunning.
Hey,
That's who she is. That's what she did. They seem very in love, I will say. Why did we see Billy Porter? Was he there?
no.
That is so weird.
I know.
Why was he not there?
I don't know.
That's actually alarming.
Like literally one of my inspirations for my whole thing has been huge for Met Gala. And
Oh, Cynthia Erivo.
Okay. So interesting. When I saw it, I thought, oh, this kind of gives McQueen, you know, when they did those like bugs, the beetles and beaded beetles and bugs on things, it kind of was giving me that. And it was Givenchy, which now, of course, Sarah Burton, who was previously creative director of McQueen, now is at Givenchy. So I thought that tied together and made sense. I really have been liking her. I know that you have not been liking her. I'm now in your boat with this one.
Cynthia Erivo.
Yeah, I didn't like it. And again, to me, it was like a proportion thing. It was just like so much going on at the top.
There's always
and then
so much material,
yeah,
to your point. And
yeah, wasn't it? And I love her stylist. Jason Bolden is her stylist. I love him. I think he's great. I think he's so talented. But yeah, this I wasn't a fan of this look.
did you see that Katy Perry was there? Oh, this is an AI thing.
Yes,
I'm
okay,
sorry. Now
so-
AI is like
Yes, and I
confusing
just
me.
saw this whole thing. Apparently, for like the last 2 years, people have been specifically picking her out, putting her in AI, and then she has to like debunk the whole thing and say, "No, guys, like I'm not here."
I think she started that herself.
Oh, you
originally? I thought she like came out with it. Was like, sorry, I couldn't make it this year, and AI'd herself into a photo.
Okay,
Katy Perry did.
she didn't. Well,
She didn't.
not. From what I have read is that people did it to her, and she had to come out and say, "No, guys, like I wasn't actually there."
Okay, that could be right. Well, anyway, cool AI look. I think we've done literally everything we
Everyone.
can possibly. I don't think I can say anymore. I don't think there's.
Loved a lot, hated more.
Gosh. So where did we land on Sabrina Carpenter? Did we hate it? I kind of think I hate it.
I don't love it.
I don't love it.
I don't love it.
I don't love it. It's
Nope.
tough.
I mean, it's not like the worst thing that we saw there,
You know
but
who else wasn't there was Julia Fox. We are all over the place.
Oh,
But
yeah.
that's how this Met Gala felt. So don't blame us.
I also thought Lady Gaga was invited. She didn't come. Upset about
Oh,
that, but I think she's on
would have
tour.
thought that she would have been there.
Apparently, she has a tour happening.
Right.
Like
she does
she's in
have a
Brazil,
tour.
I think someone said.
Barry, what's his name? Sabrina Carpenter's ex. He went looking like
Oh,
he went looking like a karate guy.
he's got a very interesting look in general.
He's very distinctive. Did you know that Jimmy Fallon was there?
Nope. But I'm
He's
sure
just
he just
wearing-
wore like a black tux.
Right.
Yeah.
He's wearing like nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we've done all we can do. We've given you as much as we possibly can. I hope we didn't miss anyone that you really wanted to hear about. I can't imagine we did.
Yeah. Trust us. It wasn't, if we missed them, it's because it wasn't a thing.
Yeah, I don't
weren't
think
worth
it
it.
was. I do have a quote that I think
Please close us out with a good quote.
we're not doing a product rec this time because there was just so much content to get through. This is obviously a supersized episode, and we're so glad you guys could join us. Our quote comes from Andre Leon Talley, very fittingly, which is something he said a while back. You always have to keep cultivating your garden, and I hope I'm not a dry well yet. And I think that speaks quite pointedly toward the inspiration that everyone tried to take. And let's hope.
So positive.
Do you think? I mean, I'm like, some of these wells are maybe dried up. But
you can always try next year.
you can try again. Try again. I mean, some of these people keep getting invites no matter how awful
Yeah.
they look. So keep going for it, And I will say, if nothing else, I love seeing people take risks.
Absolutely.
And what we may hate, others may love. So
Exactly.
who's to say? But
All
generally, I
opinions
think we're
here. All fun. Exactly.
right. Anything you want to add, Doll?
No, other than just thanks for tuning in. We so appreciate
We
all
so
the support.
appreciate it. We hope you had fun watching the Met Gala red carpet as we did. And Also, tune in for our next episode. We don't even remember what the hell it's about, but we hope you love it.
Launching every Sunday, 8
At 8.
p.m.
Ready for your Monday morning commute. Make sure you listen, subscribe, like, comment, review, share.
Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. Find us.
We did it again. Cheers, doll.
Cheers.